good morning. There's beautiful Donner Lake in the background. I'm gonna hike the abandoned train tunnels at Donner Summit. I'm setting up the camera. I'm doing another project. So I'm filming this vlog and I'm also gonna do another video. Oh, look at this. Somebody else watches Below Deck. This is actually my first YouTube video I ever did, was hiking these tunnels. I remember the intro of that video. I was so awkward, I was so terrified. Well, hello everybody. I remember there were people that were sitting like a quarter of a mile away and I was terrified. I was like, oh God, they're gonna hear me, I'm gonna embarrass myself. I'll put the lamp directly in the phone, but nice of it. So obviously people do graffiti and stuff all in these walls. I'm just putting a little bit of this in the vlog, but if you guys want to see this whole hike in its entirety, go back to the very first video where I really highlight this whole entire hike. There is an eeriness in these tunnels, listen. All the artwork gets covered up, like that one right there. There used to be a pretty cool saying there. I'll see if I can find it on the old computer. But when you come up here, you see some of this artwork, you're like, oh cool, you come up here a month later, it's been graffitied over. Look at this light, I love how this light's coming through the tunnel right now. Just love me, Mom. A lot of this artwork looks pretty fresh. Oh, did I already say too? Today's my birthday. I turned 4 years old today, September 3rd. My dad's birthday is also today, so happy birthday, Dad. We're coming up to one of my favorite spots in the tunnel. I think one of the most unique spots. And here it is, where all these slats are letting in the light. Pretty cool, unique spot. And that's where we came from. All right, the hike continues. I remember the very first time me and Billy did this. We came up here when it was winter time, and there was just all kinds of snow in here. We had to like climb over, and there was like a little river flowing through here. And I was wearing waterproof boots, and Billy wasn't. And of course, people do say that this tunnel is haunted, which I totally believe. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Let's see, I don't know if the camera can pick it up or not, but look at in the light. Can you see all the ash particles from the fire? Probably should have brought my mask to wear. I'm just breathing in this ash while I'm in here. I hear bats. You hear that? Where the heck is it? I hear it again. Here's part of the China wall. I'm not sticking around. Oh God, look at all the ash. This is creepy. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's sections like this too. They're just straight up carved out of the mountain. We're coming up to one of my favorite sections. You get beautiful views to your left coming out here, and then to the right, when there's enough water, there's a beautiful waterfall that cascades down here. Yeah, so check this out. You come out of this tunnel, look at these views. It'd be even more magnificent if there wasn't all this smoke. And then we're gonna keep going into this tunnel. Pretty dark in this section. All right, we came out of that tunnel. There's the beautiful view. And then we're gonna head right back into another tunnel. And I'll say this too, for anybody that's looking to come up here, even though you see all this graffiti and stuff up here, this is a super peaceful place. Everybody you run into is so cool, and there's no trash on the ground. Everybody picks up after themselves. It's a very clean place. Look at where we're headed. Some of the sections get this dark, so you definitely need flashlights. I ran into another guy, so if you hear music or anything, there is somebody in here with me. So there's where he came from, pretty dark. And then we're gonna head out there, which is a pretty cool spot too. I love it down here, but whatever you do, don't look down. Ooh, that'd be a fall. Can't get enough of that. Beautiful. Could be, I guess, vlogging a little bit with my other camera. Didn't really think about that, but it is what it is. Vlogging with the cell phone, doing the other project with my big camera. So where my tripod's pointing, that's where we came from, and then look at those are the tunnels that we've been hiking in, all along the mountain there. So we're about to enter what I think is one of the darkest sections. It almost, if you have a flashlight, it almost eats up the light. That's how dark and expansive this section is. There it is. Can you even see the end of the tunnel? All right, I got both my lights on. Check out how dark this is. Ooh, that is dark. Look at where we just came from. You see anything? Ooh. You know, I always think of, I've hiked these tunnels a lot. And actually, one of my biggest fears I've conjured up in my head is to be looking down one of these tunnels like this, and just in the distance, you see some dirt being kicked up. You're like, what is that? And then before you know it, you finally see what it is, and it's too late. It's a big old mountain lion or a bear or something like that. The mountain that I'm on and the area I'm in is mountain lion territory and bear country. So I could definitely see them wandering in one of these tunnels. I'm sure it's gotta happen. But I've been up here a lot, I've never seen it. I've never even seen tracks. All right, so check this out. We finally get kind of our first unique look at Donner Lake from here. So we came from down there, and look at this. Not bad. All right, moving on. Back into the dark, time to turn on the headlamp again. We're getting dark. We're about to enter another dark section of the mountain here. Well, that's it. We made it out of the final tunnel. I can barely see. And then here's beautiful Donner Lake. Beautiful Donner Lake. And that's it. I'm heading back. Those are the tunnels here at Donner Summit. It's funny, I used to be really shy and embarrassed about telling people about my channel. I ran into a handful of people on this hike. We were talking and I told them about my channel. So who knows, maybe when I get home I might have a handful more subscribers if they like my stuff. Which, I mean, who wouldn't? Come on. I think this is how a lot of us feel, exhausted and overwhelmed. Well, I'll never try to fly my drone here again. It kept losing GPS and it just smashed against the tunnel wall here. It hit so hard. The battery fell out. I hope it's okay. Crap, my drone has an ND filter on the lens. It's kind of a nice one too. I didn't really go too cheap on it, so it fell off. Ran back to get my stuff. Let's see if we can find it. Drone overall looks good though. I actually think it just hit the back of the drone. I just popped everything back in and I'll test it out when I get home, but it looks okay. Those things are pretty resilient. That sucks. ND filter, couldn't find it, so looks like I'm probably gonna have to order another one, which is another reason. Go ahead, help me out. Go over to Patreon, couple bucks a month. It'll help me to replace the stuff I mess up. Yeah, that sucks. My goal was, because I didn't want to fly the drone very high, I just wanted to fly it out of the tunnel along that little stretch of land and then call it a day. When the drone loses the GPS, it just flies, it does whatever it wants to do. So you got to kind of be a decent drone pilot to keep it under control. So luckily I was able to do that, but it just kept losing GPS, kept getting out of control. So didn't even get a good flight and I might have ruined my drone. So I don't think I did though. I think it'll be okay, but I definitely lost the lens cap for it, so that sucks. I love how all this light is shining through like that. Pretty cool. One last thing, I'm terrified of heights. This is not my thing, but if it's your thing, there is rock climbing right by the tunnels.
My wristwatch is broken. My shoes are untied.
That was pretty cool. He waved goodbye. That was a guy I met here in the parking lot right before I headed up and did my hike. He's like a pretty serious rock climber. Goes to Yosemite, I guess, all the time. Okay. I think I'm just gonna end the vlog right here. There is more to do throughout the day, but I feel like this is just gonna be too long. So if I film everything, it's gonna be too much. With that being said, I'll see you guys whenever I feel like it.
In the west, in the middle of course, I may have been astray, but I never been lost, never been beat by the road I've crossed. I guess I've been lucky